again, like every sort of like layer of this hatred finds its expression in different iterations, in
Yeah.
different places, in different contexts. It just is repackaged for a different context or for a different audience. And so there's so many connections there. There's so many methodological sort of approaches or theoretical approaches that for me, like I do work oftentimes by way of oral history as well as literature and then also archival documentation. And so how I approach both these topics is quite similar in that sense as well. I think that there are so many connections that we can draw. And of course, when we think about the 80s with even like the ACT UP sort of movement, they were drawing upon a lot of Holocaust imagery, like the pink triangle, right, is invoked. And so there's the connection between the Holocaust and queerness in the US specifically, and then eventually sort of a global symbol. But there are so many connections that we can make and so many things we can, or similarities that we see between these two groups. Again, they're wildly different, but there's also a lot of similarities in how they're perceived and also how people approach these topics academically afterwards. And so I'm fascinated by both these topics. And I think that, again, there's a lot of really like fascinating connections between the two. They might not be necessarily easily recognizable from the outset, but I think once you, again, spend time in these with these groups and also thinking about the conversations these folks are having, you see a lot of the connections.
Absolutely. And my concern is watching Trump's rise to power the second time. I'm not the only one who said it, obviously, but it has too many eerie parallels between that and Hitler's rise to power, the rhetoric, the language, the way that the political cult of personality, and all these things, and like I say, the othering of certain people.